You're listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Up the ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing chains on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cage smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hair thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, bodies let the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am your host, Lord Amadeus, the president, CEO, and owner of RAWF, in the game we all know and love as Wrestler Unstoppable. Please welcome my legendary co-host, the one and only...
¡Hola, muchachos!
Ladies and gentlemen, he is El Vacant. Hola, El Vacant.
Hola, muchachos. ¿Cómo está mi amigo?
How are you enjoying your time in Tokyo, here in Tokyo so far?
I mean, let's just say I know what it's like to be Mount Everest.
Huh?
Lots of people trying to climb me.
Oh. Yes, I suppose that is true. Our first time in RAWF history that we go to the land of the rising sun tonight. And tomorrow, live from the Tokyo Dome, will be RAWF Superstars, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, a couple of announcements we need to talk about, and one in particular, and we're going to get it out of. We're going to go ahead and talk about it, and we're talking about Hell Freezes Over. Have you heard it? Everyone's been talking about it all week. Everybody wants to know what it is.
I've seen it all over the place, heard a lot of talk, and everyone's like, what the hell?
By the way, folks, if you haven't joined the RAWF Hell Freezes Over tournament, you need to do so now, because I will be starting it here at the end of the show. That tournament is in the events tab. Right now, quite a few people have joined said tournament. Almost 60. So, yeah, folks, you have just a few seconds, and the winner of the tournament gets 1 million coins. Runner-up gets 500,000, and the semifinalists each get 250,000. And we will be explaining what Hell Freezes Over means in just a little bit. But let's before we start talking about tomorrow's superstars, let's go over the card for Tropical Aggression next week. What do you think, Elvagan?
Let's do that.
All right. So let's take a look. Let's get to next week, Aloha Stadium in Honolulu. Next Sunday night, just 8 nights away, ladies and gentlemen. And we start off with a Hell in the Cell match between Soul Reaper and his son, Yio del Sigador. A Hell in the Cell, which will have flames. It'll be literally hell in the cell. It's going to be on fire. Obviously, he wants to get rid of his son, or he wants to die at the hand of his son. What are your thoughts on this, Elvagan?
I think it is brutal Potentially either fratricide or patricide. And I'm kind of surprised none of them are Latino.
Yeah,
Although he does have a Latino name, so I
yeah.
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. So, we have a six-man tag team match: Ken Costa, Paragon of Greatness, Killer Neptune versus the Murder, which is Mark Caliber, Andy Price, and I don't think he's announced that third person yet. I can't remember if he has or not.
He has
Do you?
not.
Okay. It is not Joey A unless Joey A returns to RAWF by next Sunday. I can tell you that much. Also on the card, we have Fubar City street fight out on the beach. So it'll actually be a Fubar City beach fight between Miss Beautifadal and Maeve O'Hare. So I don't see Maeve losing this one, but
Unlikely.
yeah, I think it's unlikely. I think she is definitely the betting favorite. Um, Next up, we have the Champions Choice Championship. Aaron McFadden defending against Strangleheart. That's uh, if Strangle. I mean, Strangleheart's got the uphill battle. Aaron McFadden basically dictates what moves he can use. So it's pretty much going. Unless a miracle happens, I think Aaron McFadden will still be champion when all is said and done. However, Powerball Championship for next up. Sassy Applebee's defending against the immortal Griffith. 2 years ago, these two squared off for the Powerball Championship at Tropical Aggression. Uh, at the time, Griffith was the champion. Sassy was the challenger. Sassy won. What do you think happens this time around?
I it's very rare that I pick against Griffith in title matches, but Sassy has consistently had his number at pay-per-views for years now. I I don't see that changing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, but then again,
She's taken titles from him. She's taken him out of not one but two different Xanthers.
yeah, yeah, but
Now
never
he's a vindictive, spiteful son of a bitch, so he may use all of that to anger up and go to town. Who knows?
right. I can tell you also, I don't know, think I have the graphic made for it, but the Hatfield McCoy Championship, it'll be Denzel the Giant defending against Strangleheart. I Strangleheart, the wily veteran that he is, has surprised us many times in the past, but I don't think this is going to be one of those times. Do you?
I don't. Not this time.
No.
Now,
So
I will say, if he manages to pull out a win, I will not be like, making a shocked face. Like, he's pulled out wins where I thought he couldn't before. So,
right. All right, Estrogen Championship. Sai will defend against Destroyer. Destroyer, not in a good mood right now, and we'll explain why in just a few minutes. But Destroyer against Sai for the Estrogen Championship. Who do you like coming out of this one?
This one's tough. I really kind of support Destroyer. I think she's been on hell of a roll. I think she's very, very competitive. But every single time I bet against Sai, I'm wrong. Like every time. So no offense to Destroyer, I think I got to stick with what history has taught me and back Sai on this one.
I think Destroyer may have the motivation to take this particular championship away, but we shall see. It's not the first time that she's taken a title away from Sai either.
That would be true.
Men's championship. Michael Brewer defends against Hotshot Chaz. Thoughts here?
My gut says we're in the platinum supernova era. I think hotshot things are going to happen, and you're going to see another belt on that man's waist.
That could happen. You're not wrong. But then again, Brewer, since his return, has been pretty. I mean, this is a title he wanted the minute he walked back into RAWF a couple of months ago. He got it, and we'll see. We will see how easy it is to.
I will say something we haven't discussed yet is part of my thought process on why I'm picking up Hotshot.
Okay.
You'll have me discuss it later, I'm sure.
Okay.
The rankings.
Ah, that's right. We'll get to those after this. Multimedia Championship. Side defending against the Immortal Griffith. Will not be an easy night for Sai at Tropical Aggression.
No,
She's
it
got
will
her.
not.
She has got her work cut out for her, but and so does Griff for that matter. But your thoughts on this matchup? Griffith has never won the Multimedia Championship.
So I think this is an uphill battle for Sai, straight up. And I just said I don't like to pick against her. She proves me wrong all the time. But here's the thing: there's two things at play here, both of which are very not in her favor. One, like you said, he's never had this title, and he's going to try to fix that. You know that he's got a blank spot. You know this Bendejo has a blank spot on his wall that's been waiting for that title. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got an opportunity to fill that spot, which he's going to love to try. And it's the first time in what, a year and a half, 2 years that he hasn't had a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to want to correct that.
Yep. Agreed.
And look, we'll probably discuss this later tonight too, but he's actively going out of his way to correct that.
Yeah, I know where you're getting at now. But yes, I do worry that Sai could walk out of there with no titles at Tropical Aggression unless she's on the top of her game.
Here's one thing I will say, just beforehand. Even if that happens, right? If she walks in to Tropical Aggression and loses her titles, right? Walks out titleless. She's got nothing to be embarrassed about. She has had a hell of a run this year. She had at one point, 3 titles at one point. She has had a hell of a run. She's had multiple defenses where people thought that she didn't stand a chance. I have been nothing but impressed with the Sai we've seen over the last 9 months.
Indeed. So we shall see. This could be a career night for our Sai, or it could be a career failure. We find out in just 8 nights. Triple Crown Championship. The unsettled Chris Cage defending against Joe Boo and Money Sue. Joe Boo unable to get the Platinum Dragon Championship off of Chaz, so he's looking for a little redemption. Money Sue, of course, a multi-time Triple Crown champion and knows how to win this title, is an RAWF Hall of Famer in his own right. And then, of course, the unsettled Chris Cage, who is very hard to get titles off of when he has a grip on them. So what are your thoughts here?
First, I'm gonna echo what you just said. He is very hard to take titles off, and this is a title that is particularly hard to get off of the champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I called this last time we discussed it, and I'm going to stand by what I said. I think he's going to retain, but I think he's going to do it because of that loophole in the way this rule works. I think no one will get 2 wins, and he'll retain.
Could very well be, but it should be an excellent Triple Crown Championship match. Next up, we discuss the Fubar City Championship. So, I'm going to make it official tonight. The doctors have cleared Teflon Sheik to participate at Tropical Aggression next week. He will be there. He will defend the title.
Lovely.
Against Tigress. So, unfortunately, Maeve not stepping in for him to fight for the vacated title. We do know Teflon Sheik will be there to defend against Tigress. What are your thoughts?
Call him Cheflon?
Did I call him Cheflon?
I think you did.
Oh, sorry about that. Anyways,
I see what you did there.
Anyways, your thoughts on now that we know that this matchup is the real deal.
They say he's fully cleared?
Yes.
Oh, if he's at 100%, I think he retains. If he's genuinely at 100%, he's had this time off to heal, and on top of that, it also means he's been resting. So not, he's fully healed, and he hasn't been getting the shit beat out of him week after week like Tigress. I don't see how he loses.
I never count Tigers out.
And you
But
know how much I hate to say that, right? Like,
right. Yeah. I agree.
I and my knee hate the words that came out of my mouth.
Yeah, Teflon's. I agree with you. Is he fully healthy? We'll see. But he has been cleared by the doctors. He will be defending that title at Tropical Aggression. Should be a great matchup for the. And since anything goes, even if he's not 100%, there are ways in a Fubar City Championship to compensate for that.
Accurate.
Midnight Hobo Championship. Ken Costa defends against DW. These two have had some pretty harsh words. I don't know if you have been paying it, and it's not pretty. These two are going to have a battle for that Midnight Hobo Championship. What are your thoughts here between Ken Costa and DW?
For similar reasons as we discussed earlier, I'm gonna go with Ken. He's on fire this month. He is doing really well. Now, let's be clear, DW is as well, but I think Champions because they're both doing so well, I think Champions Advantage is gonna kick in, and you're gonna get an and still.
Well, that's I can't disagree. I can't disagree. I think Ken right now is motivated, especially after a couple weeks ago when I told him to get off his ass and start talking. And you'll see that. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit too. Moving on, we have the national championship. Should be a really good one.
That's going to be a hell of a fight.
Simply the best defending against Denzel the Giant. Simply the best, of course, the longest reigning national champion in RAWF history. Denzel, though, is on an absolute tear right now.
But so is Simply the Best.
Yes and no. He actually, if you didn't watch last week's Superstars, he lost to Ken Costa.
I did not see that.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, that's going to change some things. So here's what I'm going to say. I think this is going to be a banger, right? Like, this is just going to be a hell of a match, and it's not going to be pretty. With these two people, it is going to be a brawl, and which I'm going to love. I think I'm going to stick with STB on this because he is actively trying to make history with this national championship, and he's been kind of a sleeper champion with it. People have kind of overlooked what he's been doing, and I don't really understand why, because he has had a hell of a run as the national champion. Like, an incredible run.
He has been champion since last year's Tropical Aggression.
Right. Like, if he pulls this off, he will have done a complete year as champion.
Right. Well, no, actually, he will have more. Because this coming Monday, he will officially have been champion for 364 days.
Right. But you know what I mean? Like, he'll have gone from calendar to calendar. He'll have done he got it at this event and he defended at that same event. Like, that's a hell of an accomplishment in our AWF. Like, it is very rare people hold titles that long.
Yep, extremely.
And and good for him. So now I'm going to play devil's advocate to my own point. I find that in RAWF, when people get really close to those landmarks, they fall apart. Something happens and they just fall apart. And if that happens, if he slips up, if he second guesses, Denzel is not the person to do that with. He will eat you. Mm-hmm. I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally. He will pick you up and shove you down his gullet.
I'm having Austin Powers flashbacks right now.
It's in my belly, and he'll say it as loud as that guy. That's the thing. He'll be loud about it.
All right, that should be a hell of a match for the national championship, and then we have a hell of a match for the Platinum Dragon Championship as well. The reigning Platinum Dragon champion, Hotshot Chaz, defends against the most decorated Platinum Dragon champion in our AWF history, that being Killa Neptune. Killa looking to win that title for the, what did I say? For the seventh time.
He's had it sixth.
He's had it six. He's looking to win it for the seventh time.
All right. So here's, you want my short-term prediction or my long-term prediction?
Okay.
If you
Short
want.
term. Short term.
Short-term prediction, I think, again, because it is currently the era of the Platinum Supernova, I think he retains.
Okay. What's your long term prediction?
My long-term prediction is he retains. Caleb manages to get in the top 4. He gets the match, and he ends up facing him again next month.
You know what? That's quite possible, given what the current rankings are, which you will get to after we finish talking about tropical aggression. And then, of course, the main event, ladies and gentlemen, a rematch from Philadelphia Freedom. It will be the reigning World Heavyweight Champion Blake Bradley defending against the former champion, the Paragon of Greatness. And of course, Paragon kind of getting this rematch by default after Blake Bradley attacked Teflon Sheik the night of just not too long after Tropical Aggression went down, or I'm sorry, after Philadelphia Freedom went down. He attacked him at that match, and Paragon kind of won by default. But nonetheless, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Do you see it? How do you see it playing out?
That's a great question. I don't know. Blake tried so long and hard to get this title, and obviously wants to prove that he deserves it so much that he took out a member of his own stable to make sure that he faced Big Purple again. I mean, I don't know that's why he really did it, but that's what I'm assuming because we haven't been told anything to the contrary. So, I mean, to me, that's him saying, I'm calling my shot. I'm making sure everyone knows that me taking this title wasn't a fluke. I'm facing him again, and I'm going to retain. And I think he's trying to send a message. Now, that being said, I think Big Purple is also in a place of he has a message he wants to send, and that message is, yeah, you got lucky, you fucking punk. I'm here to turn you into the grape juice I've been selling for my entire career. Like and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who's going to win this match.
If Paragon does indeed win the title, it will be for the 5th time, which would break his second place tie with Mordrin Nightwalker for the amount of times winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And of course, the record holder is the Immortal Griffith, who has held it 10 times. So Paragon's got a long ways to go if he wants to catch that record. But he can at least break the tie for second with Mordrin if he does indeed beat Blake Bradley at Tropical Aggression. All right. So I mentioned Teflon Sheik, and I do indeed have a message from the Teflon Sheik, and this one's a doozy. Everybody, get ready.
Ladies and infidels, did you miss me? The Sheik has been conspicuously absent for weeks now, with certainly no thanks going to one Mr. Blake Bradley for his vicious surprise attack during my world title contender fight. But rest assured, I'll be addressing that situation soon enough. As the Sheik walked out of the ring that night, I made the decision to go on a quest. It was initially a quest for physical healing, but it turned into much more. It became a quest to understand the cowardice of those around me, a quest for answers, a quest to truly understand the nature of friendship and trust. And as I walked far beyond the boundaries of Fubar City, I healed, I learned, and I understood more clearly than ever. While the journey was challenging, the Sheik managed to not only glean more about those around me and the path ahead, I heard rumblings emanating from the path behind me. Rumors at first, perhaps a distant echo from bygone times. Those rumblings that had begun as the Sheik was hearkening back to near-forgotten memories gradually solidified into an unmistakably clear, coherent message. I am nowhere near being done. We are not done. The world is now ready to see. The Sheik has returned from the never-ending Badlands beyond Fubar City, fully healed, ready to continue my 15-plus match winning streak and the domination that the elevated society and I have had for a year. Ready once again to put the entire roster on notice and claim whatever I want, whenever I want. But I didn't come back alone.
Now, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin.
Did you hear those words? Are you sitting comfortably? Now it's a rhetorical question. That means it's not one you need to answer. But the problem is, you don't need to, because you are sitting too damn comfortably. Now, in the last few years, everything's got too soft, too fuzzy. Without the master of checks and balances around, radical America has lost its edge. Now, I may have been exiled to the wilderness, but I was watching, and as I was watching, I saw Paragon finally get his hands on the big one after 6 long years of mere existence. I saw the unkillable cockroach lose his hunger, losing a tag title to a damn secretary almost immediately after his name was on the top of the record books. I saw the same titles now being scooped up by an old friend. My Jamaican scouting party came to test them, and they did not pass the test, so how do you think you'll fare against the goats? And finally, and kind of more importantly, I saw the ascent of the common man. The bag carriers who wished so hard that their dreams came true. Now, the problem for you is I'm here now, so you can go back to your old jobs. So, as you do, make sure you send my bag to the right dressing room. And if you haven't worked it out by now, it's the one labelled Claymore, the good man. Times are about to change, kids. Buckle up.
Well now, well now.
Wait, what? No. You're telling me not only did I not get rid of one of them, but he brought back the other one.
It would seem so, yes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what hell freezes over means. Because we never thought we'd ever see Claymore back in an RAWF ring or any other ring. But he is indeed back. Hell has frozen over. Claymore has returned. But what does this mean exactly, though? Cheeks brought Claymore back. Does this mean he and Claymore are going to be taking on the likes of Blake Bradley and Chris Cage and the rest of the elevated society?
I mean, I don't know. If you listen to what Sheik said, he sounded like he was still with the elevated society. So maybe Blake is on the outs?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I didn't see Chris Cage and Sire out there. Whose side are they on? Chris is clearly on Team Clay. Okay, maybe Blake is the one on the outs.
I mean, hell, maybe none of them are on the outs. Maybe they all know each other, can't be trusted from the get go, so everyone's like, why are you surprised? And they're moving on. Who knows? I don't know.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what the whole hell freezes over that you've been seeing around Unstoppable the last few couple weeks has meant. The return of the good man Claymore. And I imagine we're going to be seeing an appearance from him at Tropical Aggression. But we shall see. All right. So, with that being said, Vacant, if you would, it is now time for you to update everybody on the current rankings.
I guess I could do that. All right, so everybody, here we go. Wow, I still gotta wrap my head around what we just heard. But okay, so this is 9 out of 14 matches. Obviously, there's a good distance to go, but with where we stand right now, in 25th place is Sassy Applebee's. In 24th place is The Minion. In 23rd place is D's. In 22nd, I don't think I've ever said this name. In 22nd place, we have Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon Lady. God, there's a lot of words there. In 21st place, we have Natalia Nitro. In 20th place, oh, look at that. The Doctor is in. That's right. Dr. Kent is in 20th place. In 19th place, we have everybody's favorite hooligan, Michael Brewer. In 18th place, we have Billy Gunn. In 17th place, we have... Oh, hola, Maeve. I see you out there. You're in 17th. Yeah, see. In 16th place, we have Joe Boo. In 15th place, we have our extra points winner, Tigress. In 14th place, oh, I see her out there too. Hey, Sai, yeah, you're in 14th. In 13th place, we have, I said it before, and I guess I'm going back to saying it, the most aptly named man in wrestling today, the unsettled Christopher Cage. In 12th place, we have, he hasn't been up this high in a while, the immortal one himself, Griffith Davian. In 11th place, we have, hey, Destroyer, you're in 11th. That's a pair of ones. That's you. See? Sorry, I got distracted. I was hoping she would do the thing again. All right. In 10th place, that brings us to the top 10. In 10th place, we have Cha-Chas. In 9th place, we have the pure one, Uber Vegan. In 8th place, I think I saw her out there too. I like how we have so many redheads showing up. Wildy, you're in 8th. In 7th place, we have the Extreme Enigma. In 6th place, we have DW. In 5th place, we have Ken Costa. Remember earlier I mentioned they were really close. In 4th place, we have Killa Neptune. In 3rd place, we have Simply the Best. In 2nd place, we have Denzel the Giant. And then in 1st place, we have our number one contender, the Paragon of Greatness.
All right, and that is 9 out of the 14 matches. Some notable. You weren't here to read them off 2 weeks ago when last time I updated this. 2 weeks ago we were at 6 of 14 matches, and the top 4 were the same as what you read tonight. Ken Costa though bumped up a couple of spots. He was at 7th 2 weeks ago. He's now at 5th. And that is due to him actually starting to speak in his matches. And yeah, Mortal Griffith up. Well, no, actually, Griffith is down one from 2 weeks ago.
Well, I suspect he's yet again forgotten how microphones work.
Yeah, probably. Could be. But yeah, we had. Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon up 3. She was at 25 2 weeks ago, so up 3 for her. Um, Enigma is up 2 spots. So yeah, it's kind of holding steady in some places, a couple, but it's always toward the bottom. Gets a little chaotic. Uh, Sassy Applebee's, the Minion D's, none of them were in the top 25 last time. We've had some people drop out and some people step in. So we will see. We still have plenty of matches left to go. But yeah, I'm starting to think. I think Ken took that advice I gave him a couple weeks ago to heart, and I think he could make a run for those top 2 spots if everything works out for him. We'll see. All right, so I've posted those
Wait,
results
right.
in.
Okay, first of all, why is there a moose in the green room? And second of all, why does it look like they're covered in salsa?
I don't. I don't know.
Okay, sorry. I don't know how you avoid looking at that. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. All right. You do that. You keep looking at that. And we're going to look at this. Tomorrow's Superstars live from the Tokyo Dome in Georgia. So, last week, unfortunate for Destroyer, she lost the Superstars Championship. She had a pretty good run with it, though, El Vacant. Give you the tail of the tape. 77 days and 8 successful title
That's
defenses.
pretty good.
That is pretty good. We haven't had anybody uh, get over. Yeah, we haven't had anyone get over 7 title defenses in quite a while. So yeah, uh, last time someone had more than that, it was in 2021, March of 2021 to June of 2021, when Mithras was Superstars champion, 91 days and 9 successful title defenses. So yeah, 4 year best record with that Superstars championship in 4 years. The winner, of course, was the new champion is Extreme Enigma, who won the title for the 5th time, joining the Paragon of Greatness and Killer Neptune as the only other 2 people to do that. So congrats to Enigma. However, Enigma did something I question. I wouldn't have done it, but apparently they did. They wanted this. So here's what's going to go down tomorrow here in Tokyo at the Tokyo Dome. It will be in the main event for the Superstars Championship, the Extreme Enigma accepting the challenge of the Immortal Griffith. Your thoughts, oh vacant.
Oh, God, they never learn.
This is the second time in recent history that Enigma has accepted a challenge from the Immortal One for a title. The first time didn't go so well for them.
Yeah, no, it did not. Um, I do know that, and I saw when Enigma was celebrating and Griff came out and had some words. One thing he pointed out was, he had been actively calling Enigma out for their last title and kind of getting ignored left, right, and center. So I guess he decided he was going to make it really clear what he wanted, how he wanted it, and when he wanted it, and he wasn't going to accept being ignored, and got right in Enigma's face about it.
Yeah. Yep. And Enigma has accepted the challenge, and I personally, if it was me, would not have done this. Not at least not on the first, not a week after winning the championship. But uh, I don't have to remind you that not too long ago, Enigma won the Midnight Hobo Championship. Was last year at Radiversary, and a couple weeks later, defended against the Immortal Griffith, lost that title. It was. I don't know. We shall see what happens. We will be speaking with Enigma
Look,
later.
in some hand, in one hand, I'm like, why, learn from your mistakes, but in the other hand, on some level, I gotta respect them for doing that. Like, one of the things they constantly say is they believe they want to be a fighting champ no matter what the belt is. They want belts to be up for grabs, up for challenges. You know, they make challenges, so they accept challenges. You got to respect it.
Indeed. So, what is the undercard for tomorrow's Tokyo Dome Superstars? Who do we go to for that information, Elvega?
Oh, my buddy, who I bet you has been having a hell of a time here in Tokyo.
Actually, no, he's still in the hospital back in the States.
Wait, what?
Don't you remember us talking about this? Randy's been in the hospital since being attacked by Brewer.
Yeah, I thought he was out.
No, he's not out.
He missed Tokyo?
He missed Tokyo.
Oh, he's going to be so sad.
So that means we have to turn to...
This is better, in my opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first class last, the one and only Maeve O'Hare, standing in for Randolph Mortimer Draw again this week. Maeve, good evening.
Good evening, boss man. Good evening, vacant.
Oh,
I hope I'm not a disappointment.
Not at all. This is so much better. I don't let Randy sit on my knee.
I would hope not.
No, he smells like bad cologne.
All right, so as Bossman mentioned, I've got the list for the undercard. I've got it digitized because, we're in Japan and they're living in 2080 or some nonsense. So this week, a name that I didn't know that I were going to be seeing, Draven Blackbird, will be facing Kenta. Sibel will be facing Destroyer, so try to limit your excitement just a tiny bit, vacant, because we got a long list of matches left on the card. Agent of Hate versus D's. Cougar Knight versus Simply the Best. The Crippler versus Hot Cheese. Miss Bota Fatal versus Tad Beagle Wolf Dennis. I'm facing Wildy, so good luck to Wildy. Hobo will be facing off against Uber Vegan TPO. Davila will be facing Chris Cage. Papa Shaker will be facing Eerie Keeper of Snakes. Stormtrooper of Death will be facing Spectacular. Andy Price versus The Undertaker. Michael Brewer versus Ken Costa. Rick Nelson versus Dr. Kent. Money Sue versus Slashy. The Minion versus My Bestie Scythe. Starlight versus Strangleheart. Badass Billy versus Kitty Caban. My other bestie, Mank, will be facing off against Mrs. Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon Esquire. Just call her Lou. Killer Neptune versus Olivia McInnes. Diesel Warrior versus Paragon, another fight of the besties. Ciro Il Napolitano versus Roger the Pirate. Jobu versus Evan Deadly. Sophia McFadden versus Mark Caliber. Hijo del Segador versus Sassy Applebee's. Allie Knight versus Black Lilith. Tigers versus Magnificent Michael. Aaron McFadden versus Damia in a face paint fight, no doubt. Redneck Avenger versus Angel Bitch. Dark Warrior versus Marquis de Sade. Iceman Jer versus Soul Reaper. The Razor versus Crazy Serb. Kayla the Governess versus Toxic Megatron Avenger. Hotshot Chaz versus Natalia Nitro. Big Papa versus Sean Hitman Hurd. Denzel the Giant versus Sasulu, so the man who never stops shouting versus the man who never talks. And Psycho Girl versus Mystic Maniac.
And yes, I just noticed that Sai mentioned she's going to have to go against Destroyer this week in a non-title match, and then the following week at Tropical Aggression defend the Estrogen title against her. So these two
a tune-up match for both of you.
Yeah, say twice as nice, I suppose. But thank you, Maeve. Appreciate you stepping in for Randolph.
I'm here to help.
I appreciate it very much. Will you come back in a little while and talk with us about your big matchup at Tropical Aggression?
I got 2 of them, so sure, I'll do that.
All right. Appreciate it. That was Maeve O'Hare in for Randolph this week. Randolph should be, I think, back probably after Tropical Aggression from what his doctors are telling me, El Vacant. So,
Well, that's good, I guess. I don't understand why someone's got to beat up poor Randy and never hurt anybody.
well, sometimes that's the kind of statement people want to make. I can't explain it. All right, so that is our superstars report for this evening. Good luck to all of you tomorrow here in the Tokyo Dome, our first live event ever in the land of the rising sun. So I think we'll start this evening off with a man who is going to be challenging for 2 titles at Tropical Aggression for the Powerball and Multimedia Championship. Let's talk to the man with a brand new song. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate, with steel in his eyes. The tempest shall not wait. Memento mori, the call echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Davian, the immortal one, eternal champion. His war's never done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages. His head held high, an immortal legend that will never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed the immortal Griffith Davian. Good evening, Griffith.
Good evening, Lord Amadeus.
So this is you. Not only are you a 10-time world champion, you have at least 10 theme songs in your RAWF career.
Oh, far more than that.
No, I think it's about 10. About 10 sounds right. I don't know. At any rate, it was a very catchy tune, no doubt about it. It is a very catchy tune. So, with that being said, Tropical Aggression just 8 nights away. 2 very strong ladies as your opponents for the Powerball and Multimedia Championships, respectively. Who do you want to talk about first?
Dealer's pick.
Okay. Let's go with the Powerball then. A foe that one of the very few that we can say just by the record kind of has your number in RAWF as far
Yes
as big.
and no. So, yes, this is a title she took from me a few years ago. Yes, she has knocked me out of some fairly big tournaments. But I will say, in the last 3 times I have faced her inside the RAWF, I have won.
Were these all rankings matches?
They were all rankings title. And I'm the first to say what happens on a Wednesday night is not the same that happens at a pay-per-view. I'm the first to say that. And I, unlike some people, am not a hypocrite. So, I'm just saying it's not like she always beats me. I'm saying she has really good luck against me under that really bright spotlight, and I aim to fix that. I've gone back. I've studied a lot of the tapes of my losses to her. I think I've seen what had been happening. I need to be more careful. I need to take fewer risks against her. One of her real strengths is that if you make a mistake against her, she will make you pay for it. As you know, my style often is high risk, high reward, and I need to maybe tone that back a little bit when facing someone like Sassy.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So the Powerball Championship is going to be on the line, as will be the multimedia title, a title you have never held, as Elvakin and I discussed earlier. And he believes that's one of the two motivations. The other being that right now you have no titles, which is a rare occurrence. So the motivation is there for you against Psy for that multimedia championship.
I'm going to say something I almost never say. Elvakin is correct. Gracias. Hey, wait, what? But don't worry about it, big man. But he's correct. It is a title I've never held, even though there was the kerfuffle with the weird rankings and all that. But you're right. We went through it and hammered it. You're right. I never held it. The easiest way for me to check that was to go home and look at the wall, because there's a gap where there shouldn't be a gap. So I need to fill that gap. And right now, the thing standing between me and that gap in my wall is Psy.
Spackle works just as well for that.
Not the same. It doesn't catch the light quite as well as gold.
Well, that's could be gold spackle, I suppose. But anyway,
sure, I guess. But that's tacky. It's not like I'm the president.
But at any rate, so that is, I mean, Elvakin, anything you'd like to ask the Immortal One?
Are we going to not talk about his more recent match, like the one that's a little sooner?
We'll get to that in a minute.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to that then. It's true. It is very rare that we see you without titles. The last time we saw this, you went on a tear afterwards because certain people had some things to say about you not having any titles. And then we saw the 7-strap Superman. Are we? Is that what we're seeing here? You got 2 title shots here. You got the thing we're about to talk about. Like, I kind of feel like Once and Future King kind of story going on here. Well, yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we there, big guy? I'm just going to point out that the last time I got a whole bunch of titles, this was sort of the order I did it in.
You're not wrong. I think you started out with the super. We'll talk about that in this.
I started out with men's that particular time, but
yeah. But yes, tomorrow here in Tokyo, you are in the main event, challenging the Extreme Enigma for their Superstars Championship that they just won last week. I'm feeling a deja vu moment coming on tomorrow in Tokyo.
As well, you should. You see, someone likes to run their mouth a lot. And, they said some things while they were multimedia champion that rubbed me the wrong way. And, when I'm one of those people that when you rub me the wrong way, I do something about it. Like I get in your face about it. I make it clear that was not okay. And I called them out multiple times, and somehow they kept giving challenges to other people, even though I called them out first. So I was like, no, that's interesting. So, yeah, I figured once they won this title, I figure, how about I make it so I'm undeniable? Why don't I just go out, steal the spotlight they just earned, and make it clear exactly where they sit in the pecking order around here? So that's what I did. I went out, I leveled my challenge and I made it very clear what was going to happen next. Now, I give my, I mean, I guess condolences really is the word, but I give some respect to Enigma. You know, they could have just been like, no, and ran away, and then there's nothing I could have done about it. But they didn't do that. They did not do that. What they did was something that doesn't happen a lot in this industry, is that they backed up what they actually said. They've been saying for a while now that they feel that champions should take more challenges. And as far as I know, other than the ones from me that they ducked for the last title, they've accepted every other challenge that came their way. And now they've accepted this one. Now they'll regret it, but at least they'll won't be a hypocrite.
No, that's some solace, I suppose. We'll see. We will be talking with them in just a little bit, but yeah, it very well could be that you this is your last day without any titles. You could very well once again have a title tomorrow night here in Tokyo. What a place to win a title too. So much rich wrestling history here in Tokyo. It's incredible. So a great place
Oh, it's
to
a
win.
lovely city. It's a lovely city. I've spent many years in and out of this city.
Is there any city you can't say that about though?
Des Moines?
Well, okay, that makes sense. You've only been there a handful of times.
Yeah, and that's only for here, only for work.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, Griffith, was there anything else you wanted to discuss or say before we move on tonight?
No, I think my new song says it all.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the immortal Griffith Davian in the main event tomorrow on Superstars for the Superstars Championship. And, well, how many times have you held that title now? Let's take a look.
Which?
The Superstars.
3.
You're correct. 3
and
times.
I believe in those 3, 2 of them are in the top 3 longest times holding it.
Let's take a look. First time you held it was back in 2016 when you defeated the Paragon of Greatness. You held that title for 140 days, 15 successful title defenses. The second time was later that year in September of 2016. You defeated Starshot and held it for 161 days and 16 title defenses. And then you waited a while before going after it again. You didn't win it again until 2020 when you took it off the Teflon Sheik. Held it for 112 days and 12 title defenses. So, yeah, that's the thing. If you get a hold of that title tomorrow, I have a feeling you're going to be main eventing every Superstars for quite a while.
Yeah. You say that like I don't main event every event I'm at.
At any rate. Griffith, good luck tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait for it. Somewhere in the distance, you'll hear an Irish voice say "vain creature."
Yeah, well, didn't you also hear the sound of me rolling my eyes?
I mean, I did, but I live for that.
Oh, she's just wrinkling her nose this time.
It's adorable, isn't it? It really is.
All right. Good luck to you tomorrow, Griffith. We will talk to you again next week and find out if indeed you are the Superstars champion. And
you have a good night, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So, yep, that'll be our main event tomorrow here in Tokyo. Should be a great night. Let me call Maeve back in here real quick. Let her have her turn on the mic.
I heard my name.
Yes, she did. Well, you got in here quick. You just popped right up out of that sofa. Anyways, Miss Beautifatal and Davila, your opponents on at Tropical Aggression. Miss Beautifatal in a Fubar City beach fight, and Davila in a regular rankings match. Still a very tough opponent, at any rate. Where do you want to start here?
Let the windows. Then I'll do the floors, and that way, if oh, I'm sorry, we're having two different conversations.
Yeah.
Let's start with, I don't want to say the lower stakes match, but the more straightforward match versus Davila. I made Davila the offer after I'd accepted Miss B's Fubar City beach fight match to have any kind of stipulation she wanted. And she said she just wanted a straightforward match, which I think is kind of par for the course for Davila, not in any sort of bad way, but Davila is a very straightforward sort of person. What you see is what you get. She doesn't, what's the phrase that I heard? Pussyfoot around, which is such a strange thing to say.
It's a plant.
A pussyfoot?
It is. It's a plant. I don't understand the saying, but it's a plant.
I've heard of like pussy willows and cattails, and I'm not a botanist, but Davila's always very to the point, and I appreciate that about her, because I like knowing where I stand with someone. I don't like when there's a bunch of mystery and misdirection and person's one way with some folks and a different way with others. I like someone like Davila, who maybe you don't always like what she's got to say, but you know that she's going to be honest when she says it. And I like that about Davila. I'm looking forward to our match. I always have good matches with Davila. If I had to figure it out, I'm not a maths person either. I'd say we're fairly evenly matched. Like, I think overall, if you look at all of our records against each other in our AWF and in the Indies, I think we break fairly even. So that'll be a good match. And I don't think there's any foregone conclusions. Of course, I'd prefer to win it, especially as I'm pretty sure that's my rankings match since it's not the FUBAR rules match. So I definitely like to win that. But I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to being in Hawaii, even though it's going to be warm. Just because I don't really remember being here last year. So I'm hoping that I can make some nice memories this year. So, to that end, part of that is the beach. There's an awful lot of beach in Hawaii, obviously. Do we have a specific portion of beach picked out yet from a match with Miss B?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I'm going over there I'm flying over there tomorrow to start making preparations. You have a preference?
I mean, the beaches in Hawaii are very different than the beaches back home, so I can't really send you a picture and be like, find a beach that looks like this. I'd like to be on the water. I enjoy the water. I've always had a fascination with the ocean, so something close to the waterfront would be nice. But what are you looking most forward to about being in Hawaii, Bossman?
Mai Tais.
I mean, after the year you've had, I think you've earned a drink or two.
I think so too. Mai Tais. Because
Are we going to do that luau? I know you had mentioned that we might do a luau.
I like luau's.
We can do a luau, most certainly. A luau.
Roast pig is beautiful. I love it.
Heck, we might just do a luau here on the show next week.
That would be lovely.
Maybe we will.
If you can arrange that, I would not say
Why
no.
do I feel like I suddenly need to learn some Hawaiian recipes?
Yes. Elvakin, do the nephews know how to cook a pig?
Oh, absolutely. Have you ever been to Mexico? We're all about.
You could do a pork and pineapple taco.
Well, we call that an al pastor, but
that's a thing.
See, it's called al pastor.
Well, I think you definitely need to have that on the menu then.
Sure.
Maybe like some sort of banana empanada.
But no, I know some people out that
Hold
way.
on a second.
Where? I'll talk to my people and see if I can get with between myself, the nephews.
I'm
Local.
not gonna take you up on that offer of spam, Kenta. I tried it once and it was purely
But he's not
disgusting.
wrong. They really like spam on the island.
I don't understand it. I tried it once and it were like mush.
At any rate, so yeah, El Vacant, if you could start looking up some Hawaiian recipes and catering the luau next week, I'd appreciate it.
Enjoy your 1 week of warning.
I've had less.
He's a caterer. Caterers don't get more than a couple of days, right? And that's,
No
Generally, you get months, but you're right. Sure,
days, months, whatever.
I'll figure it out. I'm resourceful.
And then I'm facing Wildy tomorrow.
oh, that you are? Wow. Bad
Were
up.
you not listening when I read the list?
I was. I was also focusing on that one matchup. I'm not realizing Sai had already would matched up with Destroyer 1 week before they're supposed to fight on pay-per-view. But that does tend to happen. It wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. But yeah, Wildfire. That's gonna be, and Wildfire has been doing pretty good in them rankings. There, Maeve. What are your?
Wildy's doing really well for herself. She's been a lot more vocal than she has been in a good while. I always enjoy my matches with Wildy. I know Vacant always enjoys my matches with Wildy.
I enjoy matches with you and any other redhead. Redhead on redhead violence.
You really should have been there for all of my matches back in Hibernian Pro. I had a lot of redhead on redhead violence over
You
there.
say that like I haven't gotten tapes.
Is that what you were talking to my dad about?
Maybe.
No, I always enjoy facing Wildy. I'm still not entirely sure what she's on about with this wizard thing. I think at one point she thought English were the wizard. So I reckon we'll see what happens. But I always have fun facing her. And I'm enjoying being in Japan. I hadn't been here for a while. And I have found that it is a lot more fun to be in a new place when you have a tour guide who knows where all the good things are.
Oh, and who's your tour guide? Did I miss something? Hello? Oh, yeah.
You're so blonde, boss man. It's awful cute.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Because he's a blonde.
Yeah. Glad that.
Speaking of, does anyone know how Hobo managed to get a moose over to Japan?
I don't ask how Hobo got Hobo to Japan.
I mean, it's not like you can hop a boxcar from the States to Japan.
He knows a guy. Sea turtle.
Actually, I have a theory because he still lives the way he's always lived, like a hobo. He still has a ton of money from when he was the Powerball champion. I bet you he has a jet that he only uses to get the moose from place to place.
You know, that makes about as much sense as anything else Hobo's ever done, so I believe it.
At any rate, so yes, that 2 big matches at Tropical Aggression and a big match tomorrow against Wildfire. Some serious rankings repercussions, if you will.
Rankings repercussions.
Yes.
It sounds ominous.
It does, and I can't believe I said it straight. But anyways.
Can I make a plug real quick before I go, Bossman?
Oh, yes, please.
So for those of you who may not notice this, I am unofficially a backstage GM at Legacy Championship Wrestling, and I am currently hosting an event that we are looking to get started, but I have 3 empty slots. Make your jokes now, folks, that need filling. So if you are in Legacy Championship Wrestling, then you can go ahead and sign up. If you're not in Legacy Championship Wrestling and you would like to be, please feel free to reach out to myself or Enigma or Hotshot Chaz. Any one of us can get you an invite. But I need 3 more folks so that I can start the Legacy Games, which is an homage to the Hunger Games. All of the rules are in the scene. It's going to be a 6-round tournament, and the winner is going to be getting how much did I say I was going to pay folk? 2 million coins and 100 WrestleBucks. So it's worth your time. There might even be some art as a prize. You never know with me. So if you're interested, please reach out to me or post in the scene. And may the odds be ever in your favor. Good night, boss man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Maeve. That was Maeve O'Hare, the first class lass. And yeah, absolutely. She's gonna be. You looking forward to that match tomorrow, aren't you, Elvega?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
I think I know. This just in. I got a message from Joey A. Hey, man, can I get an invite back to RAWF? So it sounds like that we may have that 6-man tag after all. It looks like the murder may be back reunited. More on this next week. Next up, let's talk to the super. What was?
The fuck was?
Oh, was wait? Who brought? No, you can't tell me.
Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat.
What did it do? Come out? We're on the same plane as the moose? What the hell?
Apparently. Maybe it rode the moose.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they just used the cat network and sent the Japanese cat to hang out with us.
Maybe I wouldn't put it past them. All right, let's talk to the new Superstars champion, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Extreme Enigma. Good evening, Enigma.
Good evening, LA. Good evening, Vacant. How are we doing tonight?
Hola. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
So, congratulations. What did we say? 5-time Superstars champion now?
5-time. You get the rest. I can't say because of copyright.
So, well, I mean, as I mentioned, only 2 other people in RAWF history have held that title that many times, that being the Paragon of Greatness and Killa Neptune. So, congratulations. Talk to me about the match with Destroyer and how did you manage to beat her?
Oh, God. Would you look at me? I finally have almost a record that I can say that I have gotten myself and, 2 other people, but shush, they have other things they can be proud about. Yeah, 5 times. That's nuts. The match with Destroyer was shockingly pretty. It was interesting. I don't want to sit here and say it was one-sided because there were definitely some times where she was starting to hit me and it hurt a lot. But I was able to slap on the crowd killer. I was too blinded by adrenaline to see if she tapped out, passed out, or what may have you. But after what I was looking forward to be one of the most difficult matches to get over to, we do have me, the new champion. So at the very least, Destroyer, thank you for holding that title for so long. and making the win feel that much better.
Now, I pointed out how many times you've won the title. You've actually won that title 5 times now in just a little less, in a year and a half, really. It's a little less than 2 years. It's been a year and 10 months. First time you won the
2
title.
years and 10 months.
First, is that what it is? I don't know. That first time you won it was in October of 2023. It is now August of 2025. So I don't think it's quite 2 years yet, but pretty close.
Or probably since the first win, but I've been in RWF since February 2023.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I suppose that's fair. Still, and I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. My bad. You're right, because the first time you won it was actually April 9th of 2023.
Blonde moment.
So you've had rain. So now you've had reigns of 14 days, 7 days, 7 days, or I'm sorry, 14 days, 7 days, 21 days, 14 days. Those were your first 4 reigns. Now you're going to only have it 7 days.
Yeah, that seems to be the general acceptance there, is that it's going to be
Wow,
a
that was
7-dayer.
I mean, this is deja vu. Why would you accept the challenge of the Immortal Griffith? You've been burned by this before. Why now? Why again?
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing. That's not what I get paid for. I mean, he started the conversation with a very fair point. I'm not afraid of challenges. I've made the point that challenges should be more of a accepted but just made thing in general. I mean, for God's sake, we have 25 people every couple months who have the opportunity to at least make an attempt, and at least since I came to the company, I can't think of a time where more than maybe 5 people even used that chance. Don't know why, but if I'm going to advocate for something, I need to not just participate within it, but be someone who takes those challenges head on. And when it came to Griffith, walking down after I fought my match, I already knew what was going to happen when I saw that 7-foot frame. How tall is that fucker? I'm just going to call it 7 foot. I saw him. I knew exactly where it was headed.
No, I'm saying he's like 6'5". I don't know.
Yeah, that fucking big as shit. Big fucker. That's all that matters.
I mean, he's not small.
But me and Griff have fought time and time again, and I'm no Teflon Sheik, I'm no Paragon of Greatness, I'm no Mordred Nightwalker, but you could almost say that, you could honestly say with a good bit of confidence that he is a rival of mine here in this company. And I have not had the best of records.
Because you keep saying shit to piss him off.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had the best of records against him. I've had about as many losses as he's had nicknames. He's at times the Misfit, the Kindred One, the Maelstrom. You can put as many nicknames on him as you have world title reigns have with his name on
him. The Immortal One. Yeah, it goes on.
Yeah, and I welcome a challenge like that. I welcome somebody who this long into their career is still hungry, still willing to go out of their way and do things, to make attempts at just things that are outside of their comfort zone. Griffith could very easily say the Superstars title is beneath him. I would agree. I would say, yeah, you're a fucking legend. You are without a doubt the most accomplished, couldn't think of the word there, superstar in RAWF history. Yeah, he's still trying to do more in his career. He's trying to set more records. He's coming after me. Now, I'm not saying that makes me any type of special, but at the end of the day, I have the attention of the Immortal One. So I'm not going to sit here and back down. When he came down, I ain't going to lie, a little part of me was scared. I'm not afraid to sit here at age 37 and say that the Immortal One puts a little bit of fear in me, but not enough fear for me to back down.
Okay. Well, I suppose we will see. Maybe you prove us all wrong tomorrow, Enigma. Maybe you do, but I almost feel like you threw yourself in front of a train. That's how I feel about it right at this moment. We will see. Maybe
hey, but look, if you retain, that's a hell of a feather in your cap, right?
Oh yeah, big feather. I mean, shit. If I retain over Griff, I know you're out there in the green room, probably doing immortal things. I promise I'm more funny than this most of the time. Griffith, I got a little proposition for you. This isn't me trying to preemptively use the top 25, whatever. This is just a little. This is a thought to put in your head. I did duck you out of the multimedia, but I accepted you here. I'm not one to mince words. Hopefully in the future, these roles can be a little bit reversed. You get what I'm saying there?
Sounds interesting. Very interesting, to say the least. All right. Well, that is your big match tomorrow. But do we want to talk about the match at Tropical Aggression? That even though it's been kind of hush hush at the moment, I did mention it, I believe. You are taking on a returning RAWF legend here in a tables match. Somehow you talked Draven Blackbird into crawling out of whatever hole he came out of and fight a Tropical Aggression. What are your thoughts on facing Draven in this tables match at TA?
Excitement, pure and simple. I'm a big person to talk about lists, things I want to do in my career when everybody else is growing so jaded. Draven Blackbird has been near the top of my metaphorical RAWF list for people to face. I saw he was walking around backstage, pulled him aside, and I said, "Look, compared to you could say I'm a nobody, Mr. Blackbird, Mr. Draven, Mr. Big Spooky, and all that, but here's the situation." I laid it out. He said, "Yeah," and now we're here. It's going to be a great match, and I'm not even going to be mad if I lose. I want to win. Ranking points are fun, but I mean, I get to face a legend. Who can sit there and say that they're completely pissed off if they lose a match if it was against a legend like that?
I mean, you're not wrong, and I don't blame you for doing it. I mean, heck, Soul Reaper did it last December, calling out Icon Scottish Anarchist, who returned for one night only at Jingle Hell Rock, and so yeah. But I believe Draven's going to be sticking around. We shall see.
Gotta hope.
But yeah, can't wait. I can't wait to talk to him again. It's been a while, so we shall see what happens. Table match against Draven Blackbird at Tropical Aggression should be a fun one. However, depending on the rules, I don't know if it'll be your rankings match or not. We'll see. All right. Enigma, any final thoughts on Griff or Draven or anything else going on in RAWF?
Griffin Draven, no, but LA, I got a bone to pick with you. Where are we currently? Where are we stationed?
Tokyo. This is Tokyo. What do you mean? Where are we? Did you not fly on a plane here?
Did the really good trains and all the neon and being surrounded by a bunch of Japanese people not tell you that?
Oh yeah.
You know,
I know where we're at, but
having
like,
to sleep.
come on, you got
Having to
Japan's
sleep.
original bastard, the Extreme Enigma, the person who made their name in the Superdome under a different company, and he didn't put me on the picture for the show. I'm so betrayed.
I didn't know you were Japan's original bastard.
Yeah, that's where I got the nickname, FWF the Bastard.
Okay, well, welcome home, I guess. Yes, we are in Tokyo. And so good luck tomorrow against the Immortal Griffith. Let's see if you can live up to that moniker that you just spewed a few seconds ago. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Extreme Enigma defends the Superstars Championship against the Immortal Griffith tomorrow live in the main event in the Tokyo Dome. Good luck to you, Enigma. Good luck to you, Enigma.
Sorry, inhaling a star fuel. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Alrighty. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, he actually is a hometown hero, I do believe. Please welcome the Golden Dragon.
in silence, storm in his veins, steel in his eyes, unchained by pain. Scars like metals, carved in flame. They whisper one word, they whisper his name. In every step, a battle cry, born to rise, never die. He strikes like thunder, breathes like flame. In the heat of the fight, he owns the game. He's a dragon in the ring, hear the fire roar. Every hit, every slam shakes the floor. And it's coming like a storm, untamed. No cage can hold what the fire claimed. Warrior soul, fists ignite. He's burning bright in the...
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Golden Dragon. He is Kenta. Good evening, Kenta.
Kenta.
Kenta. Kenta? Are you there?
Kenta.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
dropped.
no, he's not.
No, he's not. Okay, well, hopefully we can get back to Kenta. Hopefully he'll call back in. And Soul Reaper, once again, if you can hear this, your connectivity is not. It's not. It will not connect to Riverside, just like last
You
week.
can't
so,
hear me?
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't know if you actually. Maybe he's up in the mountains hunting moose again. I don't know. So.
Those rare Japanese meats.
Yeah, those rarest Japanese. All right. While while we wait and see if Kenta calls back in, I want to point out to everybody that Destroyer is running a new event in Unstoppable, Death by Design. You have until there's 3 spots left. The sign-ups for it end on Sunday tomorrow. The scene link, I will.
Linky link. Make with the linky link.
I'll make with the linky link. Only 3 spots left. It's an art competition of sorts, and it's actually, I believe, participants have to message.
Are the spots for artists or anyone?
Forever they want to sign. I don't know. Destroyer. Here's what it says in the scene. Let me read it. Boy, that's a long description. I tell you what. Go to the scene, read it out.
She just answered. It's 3 spots for artists.
For artists, yes, it is just for artists. It is not for pure wrestlers. But yeah, if you want to, I believe you have to message Destroyer if you want to sign up. It is not a public. Yes, message privately. Yeah, I'm not going to read that whole thing.
We'll be here for another hour.
Yeah, and that's smart. I like that. Destroyer wants them judged on their art, not because of who they are. So that's wise. That's very smart, actually. So yeah, it's going to be good. I can't wait to look through all the designs people come up with just to see who the. But yeah, Death by Design, ladies and gentlemen. The scene is up in the chat there, and also it's been spammed and shared in this scene. Just go to Destroyer's page. It should be in her history. All right. Now let me see. Did we get Kenta back? Kenta, are you there?
Hello.
There he is. The Golden Dragon.
Sorry.
The Golden Dragon.
Sorry,
Kenta.
I was shopping for some ramen ingredients because I'm inviting everyone to my ramen restaurant after.
Wait. I know what inviting someone over for ramen means.
What does that mean?
It's a pickup thing.
I don't know what they teach you in.
And that might actually be more Korea than it is in Japan.
I think so. But yes, everyone's invited to my restaurant, Dragon's Fire. And it's all on the house. The Golden Dragon is generous tonight.
Oh
As you can
wow.
see, I am fully healed, feeling golden.
Well, it probably helps being home.
Ah, yes, a lot of memories in these parts, good and bad. Mostly with Michael Brewer Nikki, I call him. But yeah, it's good to be back home. But the Golden Dragon is a bit sad, Lord Amadeus.
Why is that?
It's about the poster. You didn't pick
Not you.
me.
Not you too. I think I put you on a poster not too long ago for another city. So I kind of. But first,
Yeah, but I'm Japan's favorite son.
you're right.
Everybody can claim they're the original bastard, yada yada yada. But I'm
I mean,
Japanese.
I
See
mean, you're
how
not
you did?
wrong.
Oh wait, that's Chinese. Sorry about that. But yeah,
That's. Oh shoot. Next thing, if Paragon comes in here and complains about not being on the poster, I'm leaving. But at any
no,
rate,
because I'm again like Japanese. Hello. But yeah, it's good to be back. I'm very sorry for feeling a bit not too well last week as I was recovering, and
yeah,
I'm
San,
feeling well right now. I'm
how
sorry,
are
go
you
go on.
feeling, Ken?
Oh, I'm
How,
feeling like I could kill a giant.
So Denzel it is.
Yes.
so you're hoping for a rematch with him somewhere down the road, am I right?
And that's what I'm about to lay down. That's what the Golden Dragon's about to lay down right now. Big man, Denzi, Denzel, DTG, you and me in a steel cage match at Tropical Aggression. Honolulu, Hawaii, man. I'm about to drop bombs on you. Wait, that doesn't sound right due to the fact that I'm
No.
Japanese and it's in Hawaii. But yes, I will be dropping haymakers and make the giant kneel in my well, kneel before me.
So you are challenging Denzel the Giant to a match at Tropical Aggression. A specific match, or
Steel cage match.
okay? So I got to make sure I get this right because you don't want fire, do you?
Why? No.
I,
What
I
kind of idiot?
just
What kind
just
of
just
idiot?
check.
What kind of idiot
Just
would
the
put
tone. Like, no.
fire?
No.
It's too much. It's too much. Simple
so,
is
so
enough.
you so you don't want a Hell in the Cell on fire match like other people, like a certain other person.
No, no, no. The Golden Dragon likes to keep the violence as simple as it is.
Keep the violence simple. Why add fire to the mix, right?
Exactly. Putting a
The dragon
personal.
likes violence, not volatile.
All right, so you're challenging Denzel the Giant to a steel cage match. Does he know about this? Have you said this to his face yet?
No, but I did put him through a hooded car after my match with Black Lilith.
All right, that match can be official if he messages me, accept it, letting me know that he's good with that match.
Oh, he's gonna be good about it. Because if it's not, he's gonna be known as the giant bitch.
You'd be surprised how often people are okay with that in his locker room.
Right. I mean, he's already got two matches at Tropical Aggression. He's already got two title matches. One's defending the Hatfield and McCoy against Strangleheart. The other challenging Simply the Best for the national championship. So, I mean, there's a chance he'd be like,
A little
wait,
busy.
a little busy, you know.
He's a
So,
giant. He's a big giant. He's a big man. He can take three people at the same time. Come on.
Here in the Tokyo Dome tomorrow, though, you are taking on an RAWF legend in Draven Blackbird. Your thoughts on being Draven Blackbird's first opponent in his
Oh,
return to RAWF?
it's a big honor to face Mr. Draven, Blackbird. I have a huge respect for the Blackbirds because me and Arya are good friends, and yeah, Draven's a hella guy, good guy, but he's also
Insane.
my homecoming, and I will not let it be spoiled by nobody. The Golden Dragon's gonna win tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. The but one thing for sure is everyone's invited to my ramen restaurant.
I mean, he's kind of. Is this a thing that's just here in Japan, or do you have like franchises over in the states?
No, it's just in Japan. Oh wait,
Oh, okay.
I do have a small one located in California. It's just a small Dragon's Fire restaurant. I run it with alley nights.
Hmm.
I mostly
Okay.
serve a lot more than ramen there. More fried rice, a lot of mixed Asian cuisines. You'll find some Chinese and some Filipino food there.
So El Vacan's not the only food on the only uh what do you call it, cuisine and vendor or whatever we have in RAW.
Culinary.
Culinary. Thank you.
Well, his is mobile. Mine is like stationary.
That's fair. All right, everybody, we'll meet up at the Dragon's Fire here after the show. We all have fun with that. Looking forward to it. And you, good luck against Draven, and we will see about that cage match with Denzel, whether he accepts the challenge or not.
Maybe we can also get why Denzel attacked me. I think me and him will have a one-on-one talk tomorrow in
All
Superstars in
right,
front of the Tokyo Dome crowd.
I like that idea. I like that idea. Let's get some answers out of big old Denzel tomorrow here in Tokyo. All right, did you have anything else you wanted to discuss tonight, Kenta?
Yes, I also want to shout out to my Aniki, Michael Brewer. Um, he has a special room in Dragon's Fire between me and him. We have some business to discuss.
All right. Wow. I'm not sure I want to know what that's all about, but good luck with that as well.
Thank you for having me again in RAWF. I'm feeling fine, feeling golden. See you guys soon. Stay golden.
All right. That is the Golden Dragon Kenta taking on Draven Blackbird tomorrow in his hometown, in his home country of Japan. Next up, I think we're going to hear from a man who will be facing his son at Tropical Aggression in a fiery Hell in the Cell match. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Dark winds blow through the night. Ravens scream an eerie sight. Shadows dance in the moon's pale light. Soul Reaper walks no respite. Cloak of dread he wears so tight. Eyes like fire in the darkest night. Whispers echo, hearts in fright. Soul Reaper's call, no end in sight. Cloak of dread he wears so tight. Eyes like fire in the darkest night. Whispers echo, hearts in fright. Soul Reaper's call, no end in sight. He takes the lost, no remorse. Guides them on a
Ladies and gentlemen, the Celtic Nightmare Soul Reaper is joining us now. Reaper, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You're just a week away from you squaring off with your son once again in this fiery Hell in the Cell match. Talk to me about what's been going on. What's your update here on this? Well, because I know the two of you have had words and altercations throughout the last couple weeks. Bring me up to speed.
Well, he's been silent this past week, which is. I don't think that means anything good.
Well, true enough. I suppose silence can be deadly.
They say
Uh,
it's the quiet ones you want to worry about.
so how far are you going to take this? If you beat him at tropical aggression, what happens after that?
Well, the only thing we'd have left to look towards it would be the final stop at Graveyard Smash.
All right. The final stop. So this is not going to be the end of it for tropical aggression. It's going to
No,
continue.
the final stop in this feud will be Graveyard Smash.
All right. All right. So this is going to be so. All right. Well, looking forward to it. Uh, anything you'd like to say to your son, saying that he'll probably listen to the program? This is your chance to make a statement.
Tomorrow at the Tokyo Dome, he might want to watch his back because if I get my hands on him, I'm going to hurt him. I told you that more until on the road to tropical aggression, the drama was going to escalate, and there was going to be more violence, and some equipment might get broken.
I mean, he did. It's true.
Don't worry, El Bacon. I'm not going to touch your taco trucks.
I appreciate that.
Although I think the reason why Mama Moose was covered in salsa, she might have ransacked them.
Wait, what?
You were wondering why she was covered in salsa. I think that's why. She was very interested in the smells coming from them.
I feel like I need to go check out my trucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, you brought your trucks to Tokyo?
No, they're rentals. That's why I need to go check.
Oh shit.
Well, she was very interested in the smells from there.
All right.
And by the
Well,
way,
Reaper.
Paragon, you still smell like that moose jerky I brought in there a while back.
Tomorrow, your opponent is Iceman Jer, Soul Reaper. So that's your opponent tomorrow in Tokyo.
Oh,
Any quick thoughts on that?
I don't really know too much about him. I can't remember if I've faced him or not. And we're in RAWF or out.
All right. So it should be an interesting experience for you. Good luck against Iceman Jer, and we'll talk more with you about that Hell in the Cell match next week. All right. All right. That was the the Celtic Nightmare, the Soul Reaper, ladies and gentlemen. Ah. All right. Let we now have the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. And he is facing Blake Bradley, challenging Blake Bradley for the best singles title in all of Unstoppable. Please welcome.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paragon of Greatness, an opportunity to win back the World Heavyweight Championship at Tropical Aggression. Paragon, good evening.
Konbanwa, Paragon des. Welcome to RAWF, a place where the points are all completely made up and the rules don't matter.
I see what you did there.
Say what now?
I'm just excited to be here in Japan, my friend. We got a big pay-per-view coming up real soon. We're in front of a rabid crowd. They do not get to see RAWF that often, and I mean, have you seen literally anyone on our roster walking down the street over the last week? We're getting mobbed by fans left and right. Everybody is so excited to have RAWF over here, and the Tokyo Dome is going to be rocking.
All right. Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about tropical aggression and challenging Blake Bradley for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. Talk to me about how you're feeling about that.
Well, I mean, I think I've covered this a little bit, but I do kind of have a bit of a bone to pick with some phrasing earlier in the show. Actually, I've got two bones to pick. Let's start with this one. Why am I not on the poster? I mean, we're in Japan. Shouldn't I clearly be on the poster? Anyway, the real bone to pick is this. I heard how this match was being framed when we went over it earlier today, and it was kind of a situation where you said this opportunity was handed to me or kind of gifted to me because of the Teflon Sheik situation, and that I take issue with. Because this isn't some freak occurrence. This isn't like I happened to have landed in the top 2 or top 3, as it were, earned this opportunity to get a number 1 contendership match and then just lucked into it. You can look for the last 2 years straight at the rankings and see that there is absolutely nothing handed to me when it goes to the RAWF World Heavyweight Championship. You can look at those rankings. There is definitive proof that nothing falls into my lap. And you can look at my entire history with the Teflon Sheik and every singles title match we've had, every major match we've had. Teflon Sheik couldn't pick up a win against Paragon of Greatness if he was given the world's biggest claw hand. This is not a situation where something was handed to me. This is a situation where the inevitable was expedited by somebody else. I was always going to be challenging Blake Bradley for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I want to make that real crystal clear before Teflon Sheik tries to take off on any kind of run about how he was robbed of an opportunity. He wasn't robbed of shit. He did this to himself, and that is the end of the story. That being said, Blake Bradley, the person that actually matters in this equation. This is going to sound insane. It really is. It's going to sound batshit, and I know that it will. But I desperately hope that Blake Bradley defeats me at Tropical Aggression. I really do. I don't care for the man. I've made that abundantly clear. I don't care for the people who may or may not be his friends at the moment. But this championship reign was an incredibly long time coming. It was something that the entire wrestling world had been watching develop for years, something that people had been hoping for because of all of the hype that Blake created around himself. Blake is an incredible marketer. He made himself look like the unsung hero of the wrestling universe, made himself feel like he was the voice of the people that couldn't quite get there. He had all of this momentum and stirred up all of this unrest with people that just never got to the top of the mountain, that he was their guy. He won that championship and has flopped around like a dead fish since then. This has been the wettest of farts as far as world championship reigns have gone. It's been an incredible disappointment, and Blake Bradley has done nothing as the world heavyweight champion. And I'm not going to say that it's entirely his fault, but the guy needs this victory to prove not just himself, but everybody that backed him up right. He needs to have that great world championship reign to establish that everything that he had been working for, everything that he had said for this long, is validated. If he goes into Tropical Aggression after wrestling a match where, again, I don't take anything away from him, a win is a win is a win, but he would tell you the same. He was not the better man in our last championship match. If he takes that match and essentially follows it up with his next match is a title defense that he loses, the amount of egg that's going to be on that guy's face, the disappointment in him from all of the people that he convinced that he was the next savior is going to be immense. I don't know how you are Blake Bradley and you show your face the next week if you walk into Tropical Aggression as the world champion and you walk out without that belt. I sincerely, genuinely hope for his sake and for the people that have followed his career's sake that he is able to defend that championship and prove that he is what he thinks that he is. But the problem is, I just don't know if he is. I cannot and would not ever disrespect this business, that belt, this company, or even Blake Bradley by going into this match at anything less than 100%. So, win, lose, or draw, Blake Bradley's getting the best version of Paragon of Greatness, and I pray to everything about this sport that I get the best version of Blake Bradley.
All right. So, with that being said, good luck to you at Tropical Aggression. Opponent tomorrow here in Japan is DW, Diesel Warrior. You want to talk about that matchup? A good tune-up for a match for the world. What are your thoughts?
I mean, first of all, might want to make sure my singlets kept tight for this match. But look, DW is on record as a big Paragon of Greatness fan. I myself a big DW fan. She's somebody that I think in almost any world other than the one that we are currently in right now would be looked at as not just a top star, but the top star. Her rankings excellence, consistent performances in the top 5 over and over should be something that is absolutely remarkable if she didn't happen to live in a place where there are like 3 other people that are doing that currently. DW is fantastic. Putting aside the fact that I do think this will be an incredibly competitive match, I think that there is a little bit of fuel here to the fire, because over the last couple of weeks we were talking about that, especially over this last couple of days even. Ken Costa and DW seem to be heating up their rivalry a little bit, and it's strange to me that a lot of the talk that the two of them have seems to be bringing up the name Paragon of Greatness an awful lot, despite the fact that I have nothing to do with any of this. So I'm sure that for whatever reason, she's got some sort of reason why she wants to prove a point, and I'm somebody that would absolutely fit the bill for that. And, I'm not a big fan of people having a lot to say about me behind my back when I have nothing to do with it. So I've got a reason to go into this match with a little bit more aggression than just trying to be competitive.
All right. Well, in that case, good luck to you tomorrow. How do you feel about RAWF being in Japan for the first time?
Oh my God. Like, I touched on it a little bit earlier. The fans are unbelievable. It is an incredible atmosphere. This is a like, I don't know how. I don't want to be the pale-skinned Egyptian guy trying to explain how important wrestling is in the culture here. That's absolutely not my place to do, but Japan is one of the biggest hotspots of this sport in the world. They love this sport here, and to bring the most globally successful brand in professional wrestling to a place that is so excited for this particular brand to finally be doing a show here. You can feel it, like on the streets, in the restaurants. You can feel it in your hotel room when you're just by yourself. You can feel the electricity. There's something in the air here in Japan where you know that something special is about to happen. It's a memory that not only all of our fans going to be able to take with them forever, but our roster. Our roster is going to be able to remember this for years to come. The goosebumps as they look at their arm, from the unbelievable reaction when they walk out onto that stage to a sold out, packed arena. The sheer volume and number of people that are going to be there, and how excited they are going to be to see this RAWF show. It's something. It's the kind of thing that we do this for. It's the reason why we're all in this business, and it's something that, from the coldest of hearts to the most big purpley excited that you can be, every single one of us will absolutely cherish the experience of having this show here.
All right, and of course we fly across the Pacific to Hawaii for Tropical Aggression next week, and probably not probably, huge match for you, challenging Blake Bradley to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. If you do win the title from Blake, you will then be the sole owner of the second most world title reigns in RAWF history, but only halfway to the record. But still, second place ain't bad when you consider how hard that title is to win over the years.
Absolutely. And Mordrin, he's held on to that thing for a real long time. Back in kind of the Wild West days where titles changed hands a lot earlier, and more frequently too. So, I mean, for somebody to hold that record, hold it for so long, I think that it's more than just a second place spot to me. It means that RAWF continues to thrive for excellence after all of these years. The from our origins back in to the days of where Misfits were basically the whole company, to every era since then, to see all of the champions, all of the accomplishments, and all of the history in this company, and see that we're still making history to this day. It's truly special to be a part of it, and it's really moving that I get to be a part of so many of those historical moments.
All right. Well, Paragon, thank you for the time. And we'll talk to you again next week before the big match.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That was the Paragon of Greatness, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think, Vacant? Will he be a 5-time World Heavyweight Champion when everything's said and done?
As I said earlier, I can't call. I agree with a lot of what Paragon said, right? Like, the position Blake is in, the position that Paragon himself is in. I cannot call this fight. I just don't. I don't know.
All right, agreed. It's going to be a hell of a fight. The rematch from Philadelphia Freedom, Blake Bradley defeating Paragon of Greatness for the World Championship. We'll see if Paragon can answer back and get that title around his waist once again. But one last time, I wanted to mention probably the biggest news of the night: the return of RAWF Hall of Famer Claymore into action here. Just briefly, let's go over some stats from Claymore, because he's no slouch himself. He's an RAWF Hall of Famer, 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, couple-time Tag Team Champion, including longest possible reign tag team reign with Teflon Sheik. You think they'll get together again and try that tag team thing out again?
I think they kind of flat out said that.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Pretty much. So may be things might get heating up here in RAWF with the return of Claymore. Claymore is also a former Platinum Dragon champion, among other titles. Good Lord, he won quite a few belts and he's back. So, with that being said, I think it's time to call it a night. Any thoughts, Elvake? Anything you'd like to say? Any sayonara, or just say sayonara and let's get
I just
over.
want it in Clay's contract. If he takes out my other knee, he's paying for that shit.
Didn't he pay for the first one?
I mean, well, he did, but I just want it made clear that it's not okay.
All right, folks.
Well, the zombie knee has never forgiven, okay?
We've got some ramen to go eat.
Not ramen. Ramen is a dude.
Oh, good point. Ramen, whatever you want to call it. Roman. No, that's a dude too, and nationality. And anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all right here next week. Next week is Tropical Aggression. We will be here for a luau. We're gonna do a luau next Saturday night. That should be fun. You looking forward to that, Elvagan?
Oh yes, definitely. That'll be a lot of fun. That's actually something I've never actually done and I want to do.
All right. Are you gonna put on a grass skirt?
Of course.
Yeah. There'll be memes. For L Vacant, I am Lord Amadeus. This has been RAWF After Hours. Good night, everybody.
Hasta la bye-bye.